Hey, Peter, what are you doing? Come on over here. Now, before the show, we interviewed each of you. We found out that Vince, you hate Stanley Kubrick's Lolita. Whereas Peter here loves it. You guys know how this works. 20 seconds to make your initial debate, 10 seconds to rebut. Okay, you ready to feel it?
Ready.
Okay, Vince, go now.
Ready. Okay, Stanley Kubrick's Lolita, first of all, it's too long. It's almost 3 hours long. It's boring. Adrian Lyne's 1996 version with Jeremy Irons was much, much better. I don't like Kubrick's slow, talky films. I like science fiction when he does futuristic type films, Clockwork Orange 2001. And the movie, just boring. He used Peter Sellers for the first 10 minutes for a cameo, and
Here.
That's it.
History has shown that Kubrick's films get better with age. This is a wonderful film. It's not long, it's not boring, and Peter Sellers is great as Quilty. You've got James Mason as the ultimate Humbert Humbert.
Okay. You guys are making some good points, but now you only have 10 seconds to make your final remarks. Vince, go now.
All right, first of all, Jeremy Irons, if you saw the 1996 version, you know his performance was much better than James Mason. James Mason is respected because he's an old-time actor, but in truth, Jeremy Irons was better. The Adrian Lyne 96 version,
Peter!
not good.
History is going to bear me out. It's a great film to watch. It's a great film simply to listen to. And
Time. Okay, we're going to start with Jason Mewes this time. Who do you think won?
Did all three of you guys pop Valiums before you came here? I don't know. I think Vince, got into a little more of the stuff, so I'm going to go with him.
Vince! Earn your first vote! Okay. Peter, you're on the bubble. Got to win the next two. Richard Roundtree. Who do you think won?
Well, I must say that Vince upped his game this round, so I got to go with Vince.
Vince! That's it! We're moving on to round three. Stand over here. Tracy Lords,
Hey, he's almost awake now. I'll take Vince.
Okay. Peter, I'm sorry, man. God. All the people in the first round, they all got tickets home. But I got something for you, a little special. Here it is. A ticket home. See ya, Peter. One of these two is about to win $5,000 in cash and, more importantly, move on to represent the Mountain region in the national finals for a chance to win this. Whoever is named the Ultimate Film Fanatic will win another $5,000 for a total of $10,000. But that's not all. You'll also get IFC. That's right. For one night, IFC is all yours. Play what you want, whenever you want. It's your channel. We just work here. Now that is an amazing prize, but only one of you can win. 6 entered, we are down to 2. Both of these players have proved they have excellent movie knowledge by surviving the first cut. Both have proved they have fanatic attitudes by surviving the great debate. But now only one will survive the obsession war. Each player has dug deep into their closet and brought with them 3 items from their personal collection that they feel makes them the ultimate film fanatic of the Mountain region. Basically, this is just like war when you were a kid. You'll present one of your obsession items, and you'll present one of yours, and then our panel will decide which item is more freakishly obsessive. Then Megan will award that player a star. You need 2 stars to win. It's best of 3, so the first player to get 2 stars will be the ultimate film fanatic of the Mountain region. You guys understand the rules?
Yes.
Okay. Who won the coin toss backstage?
I did, Chris.
Vince, that means you'll present first. Let's see your first item.
Alrighty. First item is Hitchcock, the first 44 films by Eric Rohmer and Claude Chabrol, who were 2 of the original French New Wave filmmakers. And this is a book that's very rare, and it means a lot to me because film criticism is what I want to do with my life. And it's something that I love to read, and this was a book that I hunted for and I bought it when I was 11 years old. And Hitchcock is one of my favorite American directors, and I idolize him and worship him. And so I wanted to sort of get a grasp on what it was about his films that I loved, because I couldn't really explain it myself. And so I bought this book, and I've had it ever since, and it stayed in my closet. And I've gotten rid of a lot of other things that I had from that time, and I've gotten new stuff, and I've always kept on to this. When I got my first when I got my first piggy bank and I saved up money, this is one of the first things I bought along with, you know, some toys and stuff. So this is very good. Thank you.
Jim, what do you got?
Well, when I was a kid in the late 50s and early 60s, I was very obsessive about spending my allowance on a magazine called Famous Monsters of Filmland. I would have brought all those originals, but I have one of those. I went off to college and my mom threw them all out because they scared the shit out of my little brothers. In '95, I was here in Los Angeles for a book show, a paperback show, and I met Forrest Ackerman, who was the editor. Reading that magazine when I was 10, 11, 12 years old taught me so much about, he talked about Metropolis and Freaks and all the Lon Chaney films and Island of Lost Souls, all of those just really inspired me to want to know a lot more about film. So anyway, I got a chance to talk to him, and he inscribed this book to me in '95.
Okay, you got the signed Famous Monsters book versus the Hitchcock book. It's Battle of the Books. Jason Mewes, you're a foreman this time.
Yeah, it was tough. You know, they're both books. But we're going to go with the Hitchcock because he broke in his piggy bank to buy when he was 11 years old.
All right. Earn yourself your first star. All right, Jim, you got to win the next two to take it. What do you got?
Not much to look at, but this has a movie list in it. Back in 1982, I compiled this list of movies I wanted to see. I went through Leonard Maltin's book page by page, marked all the 3.5 and 4-star movies that I had never seen, and for the last 22 years I've been crossing them off and rating them. And there's about 500 movies on this particular list. About 90% of them are crossed off. The other 10% are really my holy grail and my obsession to see. So that's it.
All right, Vince, what are you putting against it?
Well, my second obsession item is my collection of movie ticket stubs, which is trace back. You know, movies are my dream. It's what I love to do. The collective experience of seeing a film with people, you know, mid-afternoon daydreams, and so I collect movie stubs because every movie is like an experience to me. So I have about 300 or 400 roughly in here since I started collecting in 96, 97. Really what happened was a friend of mine when I was younger used to do it, and he died, and so I started doing it when I was younger to sort of, you know, try to copy like what he used to do, and then I started to do it more often when I became a real film buff.
So we've got Jim's list versus the ticket stubs. Tracy, you'll represent the panel this time. Huddle up. I need a response.
Yeah, this one was really hard for us, so thank you. We really like the fact that, I mean, it's pretty freaky that Jim's been doing this for 22 years, but something about collecting all of those ticket stubs and having your sweat on them, and just that seems more obsessive to us, so we're going to have to go with Vince.
Vince! All right. That's it. You've won. Thank you. You're the ultimate film fanatic of the Mountain Region. Here's your award. Great job. You won $5,000 in cash in the ass end of a statue. About for a half hour's work. Now, to get the top half that screws into that ass, you'll be coming back for our final show, where you'll face off against our other regional winners from all over the country for a chance at an additional $5,000 and a spot programming IFC for a day. And most importantly, bragging rights as the ultimate film fanatic of the United States. But for now, enjoy this ass statue. What do you have to say?
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I've had a great time this past weekend. I met great people. I'd like to thank the judges for giving me this award. I'd like to thank my mom, who let me take a few days off of school to come here. And my boss that let me off work, and everybody else for coming. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And I'd like to thank my panel of celebrities, Tracy Lords, Richard Roundtree, Jason Mewes. Thanks a lot. Join us next time on The Ultimate Film Fanatic, and we'll be scouring another part of the country for more obsessive film fans. Until then, this is Chris Gore saying, the call is coming from inside the house.